Hi everyone, this is Eleanor Pryor, and today I have with me Lisa Gergets. And did I say that right?
You did, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Anyways, I'm super excited because Lisa is about to release a new product tomorrow, and she agreed to come hang out with me today to talk about it.
Yeah.
And Lisa's like me, except for she's a little more brave than I am. She's a mom that works from home, and she homeschools. She lives in North Shore of Lake Superior, Minnesota. I bet you it gets cold there too, huh?
Very, very, very cold. Yes. Yeah.
Cool. And she's been doing internet marketing since 2009, and she quit her full-time job in 2010 to do I am full-time. So I'm super excited about this. This is
Thank
cool.
you for inviting me, Eleanor. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I love to hang out with people and talk about their products and what's going on. And Lisa's products is around one of my other loves. Everybody knows I love WordPress, and so she has a new product all about selling authority sites to make an extra $1,000 a month with WordPress. So tell us a little more
Yeah.
about that.
Well, it kind of was born because, I really did a lot with Amazon mini sites back in the day, and a couple of years ago, they were incredibly popular, and people made a lot of money with them. And when the Google slaps started to come, I kind of had to come up with a different angle, and so authority sites became, really where it is. And I thought, okay, I have to provide my audience because they love to buy new websites, and I said I have to provide them with what they want. And so I came up with sell authority sites because I was selling a lot of authority type sites to people who would then take them and promote them and put their own monetization methods on them and things like that. And so I really wanted to make it easy for people to do what I was doing. But there were a few aspects of it that, well, the first one was that it just took a long time to put together a site from start to finish, and so I knew that I had to find a better way for people to do that. And a lot of people just don't have the technical knowledge to be able to do all of this stuff really quickly and easily. So, my market, the people that follow me a lot, they're not technical people. They're very much like me, and I am not technical at all. So I came up with Sell Authority Sites, and it's a 20 module video course that takes people from the very beginning to how to even choose a niche. Actually goes a little bit further back than that and talks about, the first video is actually talking about a site seller's mindset as opposed to a site owner's mindset. They're two totally different things. So we start there and we talk about how to really quickly and easily find a niche to work in, how to find good keywords, how to find a great domain, and then we get into a little bit of the technical stuff about, you have to go into your cPanel and you have to upload some files, and then that's basically it. Your site is pretty much up and running. And then a few tweaks to how it looks and add your content, and there you go.
Cool. So one of the things you just said about WordPress and about technical is that was one of the first things when I came online in 2008. Everybody was like, "Oh, WordPress is so easy. WordPress is wonderful, and it gives you the power to be in control of your own site." And Google loves
Yep.
WordPress and all that. Yet there is a learning curve that nobody tells everybody about. They oh yeah, it's just so easy and it has a great community. But if you have no technical bones in your
Right.
body, it is definitely a learning curve. And
It can be difficult. It can be difficult to learn that stuff, and that's why with my training, I take things very, very slow and I break it up into little tiny bite-sized chunks that are really easy to follow along with. I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually run one of my videos and then just keep pausing it to really follow along and do it yourself live kind of while I'm doing it with you. So people really, really like that step-by-step kind of stuff, and that's how I learn. I learn very slowly and methodically, and so that's kind of how I put stuff out.
And then actually, that is the best way. If you do, like you said, stop, pause, and go and take action on the actual step, then you will get it done. Because
Yep.
I remember when first starting out, cPanel to me was like the big ugly green monster in that
Oh,
was
yeah,
going to
no,
come
me
out of my
too.
closet.
Me
That was
too.
like Sully was waiting. No, more like Randall, having a monster
Actually,
think moment.
it's kind of funny. I have a really funny story about cPanel. I was always, I used to, I mean, I've sold sites ever since I started out in internet marketing. But I was so afraid to do a site transfer for a customer that I would outsource those to a friend. So I never had to touch a cPanel or anything like that. I never had to touch FTPing or anything. And then one day she got sick, and I had a couple sites that simply had to go. They had to go to their new owners. And so I was forced into doing it. And once I did it, I was like, really? I've been this afraid of it for this long, and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Sometimes we make those things so big in our head.
Yes, true. And like you said, once you do it, it's like, okay. And especially if you have somebody to walk you through it and the steps are there, then it's kind of like it's a cakewalk. So it's good. It's like
Exactly.
having chocolate cake and a glass of wine, red wine at the same time. It's always about chocolate and red wine with me. But anyways, back on track. So the other beauty of WordPress is it is an easy way to actually make money. And with this training you're sharing with us, you're showing how somebody can make a continual amount of money every month. So you're getting this passive income every month.
Well, that's one of the really great things about this course is that you're learning a specific set of skills, and with that set of skills you can do a lot of things that aren't really spelled out in the course. I mean, yes, you can make websites and sell them, and that's the point, is that you can very quickly create them. They look awesome, people love them, they buy them, they find success with that site, and they buy another one from you. But you can also, with what you learn, take that same set of skills and you can go sell websites to businesses. You can offer website building as a service, to online people, to offline people. You can take the little skills that you've learned, like keyword research and niche research and things like that, and you can build, that's another business model right there. Do that as a service. That's actually how I started out in IM, was doing keyword research for money. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with the skills that you learn within the course. And my hope is that people will take that and really kind of break it apart and say, oh, okay, well, this is, making professional looking headers. Hey, I could do that as a business model. That type of thing. So there's a lot that you can really do with it.
Funny story around headers, which is really, I mean, back when in 2000, at the end of 2008, before everything was a certain, everything advanced, the one thing in this training that I had when I was learning how to do WordPress sites was the header. No, they left out the one main thing that said, when you're in Photoshop, you're supposed to save the header for a web.
Yeah.
So I went hours. I kid you not. I was like, "What? I'm doing everything it says," and the header would still not show up on the website. So that is definitely something somebody can do with that. And there was something you said earlier too that I thought was cool. The mindset of a seller selling websites and then an owner of a website, because I
Hmm.
find I form this emotional attachment to my site. So I have like
Yep.
a baby shower site. I forgot to turn off my audio of my own phone. See, shame on me. But, but it's a baby shower site, and I'm just so in love and attached with it. Although I'm not doing anything with it, and it's just sitting there. But it's mine. I don't want to sell it. So I
Yep.
could see where
Yep.
somebody would get attached to it.
Yeah, it's a really kind of a different mindset, because when you create a site for yourself, um, you know exactly what you're going to do with it. And when you create a site for an unknown buyer, you have no idea what they're going to do with that site. You don't know if they're going to use it as a main money site or if they're going to use it kind of as a feeder site. You don't know if they're going to completely take it apart and do something totally different with it, but maybe they just like the domain, you know? You have no idea. So I think that beginners can get really caught up in overthinking when they're creating sites for other people, because it's what you would naturally do if you were creating a site for yourself. You would think a lot longer and harder about things, but without knowing what the end buyer is going to do with it, you have to make it as broad-reaching and as attractive as possible to the wider audience, I guess you'd say.
Right. Okay, so now I'm going to go off on a totally other different tangent. I do that.
Okay.
But I'm noticing you're talking about affiliate mini sites and how they are totally a thing of the past. And we all know
Mm-hmm.
that Google loves the value. So tell us what these sites give that Google, what they do to feed the desires Google has.
Well, the first thing is that these are real quality sites. They're not just sites that are filled with advertising. And that was the problem with like Amazon many sites, is that there was no content. It was just all advertisement. And of course Google didn't like that. You know, it was only a matter of time before that pretty much fell through. So the great thing about authority sites, the way that I do them, is they not only give Google the content that they like, because I show people how to get content that is unique content, it is relevant, and it's quality. It's not PLR. It's not badly written PLR, you know, as so much of it is. It's really good stuff. And if you don't want to write it yourself, I show you how to get it done very, very inexpensively. And so we've got the content that Google loves, which increases the reader experience. And then I also put some relevant YouTube videos on there. I suppose you could go to Vimeo too. But so I go and I look for very relevant YouTube videos that are very niche specific, that are actually going to teach the reader or the watcher something relevant to the niche. And there's a very specific way that I pick the videos that go on my sites, and I talk about that in the course too. So it's all about the user experience with Google, and my sites are all about the user experience too. I always want them to be as valuable to the reader as they can be. And so I put the videos on them. I put the relevant content on there, and I put really, really robust and beautiful imagery on there to make it a fun thing, a really unique experience to go to the site. And I found that Google really loves these sites, and my customers really love them too.
Okay, so another question I have too is, now once all the sites are that you're selling or they're created and the person gets their site up and ready to go, what is this is where I always get the hang up. I would go to places like Flippa or whatever and try to sell them. But what are your best, or what are some of your suggestions on that? Or do you teach that in the course too, what to do and how to, get it from being a site that you're selling to a site that's sold?
I do. I do actually go through all of that in
Can
the
you hear
course.
me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you
Oh, okay.
fine. Yeah. I go through ways to begin building a list using your sites. I go through ways to find places to sell them that are not Flippa. For these types of sites, I actually don't recommend Flippa because the fees are just too high. And once your fees and your cost to build the site gets too high, the return for the time that you've put in it's just not enough. So I actually don't recommend Flippa, but there are a lot of ways that I discuss places to go to to start to gain an audience and ways to actually build up a list of people who are going to be really ready site buyers by using your sites to do that. So yeah, it's really all covered, just soup to nuts in the course.
Cool. So so yeah, it's so funny because I'm one of those persons that you can totally read what's on my face no matter what.
Oh yeah,
So, or
absolutely.
what's the thought process that's in my mind. Anyways, okay.
I see the
So
look.
yeah, I'm such a mom, I tell you. Okay, so yeah, and I totally digressed on my thought. Oh, okay, let
And you
me.
lost your train of thought. Oh, I hate that.
I did. I did. Okay. But oh, so you said that the list. Okay, so let me just gather my thought there for a moment. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
list is
sure.
having so in the process, so which if I understood you correctly, in the process of building the site up and getting in preparation for it to sell, you're actually generating some funds possibly in there by building a list and mailing out to that list. And I'm sure that you probably even have affiliate links on the site too, right?
You can have affiliate links on the site. Now, usually what I do, because I am not somebody who likes to do site promotion, I learned that way back in 2009 when I was trying to make money off AdSense. I just don't enjoy that part of things. And I thought, if I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, I'm going to do the parts that I enjoy. So I don't do a lot of site promotion, but, um, and now I have lost my train of thought. Oh, really? It's
It's the beauty
it's
of
like
working from home.
perimenopause. Just takes your memory and goes somewhere with it. Um, so, what was your question again?
Uh, it's
Building the
something.
list.
Yeah, it
Building
was
the list.
something about
Okay.
making
So,
money off the site while
right.
in between selling. Yeah.
You can promote the site and make money off of your affiliate links that are on the site while you're waiting for it to sell. I don't like to do that. I want to build them and I want to get them to their new owner as soon as I can because I don't like to do the promotion end of things. But what I do teach in the course is how to utilize the new skills you have to build websites to create yourself a list that will buy the websites that you create. One of the ways to do that is to create like a PLR website that you're giving away to many people and use that as kind of the exchange for an email address. So somebody who likes the site, say a Halloween site, because we have Halloween coming up in a couple months. So say I create a lovely PLR website, and in exchange for an email address, I'm going to give you this PLR website with a guide on how to set it up on your hosting. So what I've done is I've created a site, and now I'm using it to build a list of people that are clearly going to be interested in those types of sites. They'll be much more ready buyers than, say, if I was giving away an SEO guide or a guide on pay-per-click. So it's related to what I'm going to be selling, and so I'm much more apt to sell websites to those people who have signed up to get that PLR site, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So all of that, and now like this, that okay. Let me just gather my thought. Boy, it doesn't take a lot to shovel me at all, get me all flustered. While I'm being flustered, though, I really liked this testimonial that you got from Gary, where he says that you take the pain out of building an authority site. So
Yeah, because it is, I spent months and months doing it from scratch. And it got to a point where I could not keep up with the orders that were coming in because I also offer, and this is something that somebody can do too, you can offer custom website creation. So people come to you with an idea and you create the website around it for them. And I couldn't keep up with the demand, so I knew that I had to figure out a way to shorten the process. And that's where my site template, my basic site template, came into play. So now I have a basic site template that I put into play when I begin each of these new websites to sell, and it cuts probably 50% off the time that it takes to create these sites. So people will learn that once they do a couple of these and they learn how to do the process, it's kind of like a factory, like a production line type thing. You can do it very, very quickly and easily, get the site up and beautiful and ready to sell in about 3 hours. So you figure if you sell a site for $300, like I just did yesterday or the day before, and I worked about 3 hours on it, that's $100 an hour for that work. So, not bad.
No, that isn't that. And you know what? I'm looking here where you say, and that's you say 300, but you say you routinely sell sites anywhere from 97 to $597. And you know, I
Hmm.
just thought of another niche that I'm really excited about. There's so many women that are coming on that want to be mom bloggers, and
Hmm.
they don't have the skill set to create a site. They don't have a huge budget, so I could see where anywhere from a 97 to $300 would definitely fit into one of those moms' budgets, and they don't have to worry about any of the technical stuff. Plus,
Sure.
um,
I mean, absolutely. You could set up a website yourself to sell your sites off of, and you could have different packages that they choose from. You could make up, say, 5 or 10 different, looks for the site, different designs and things like that, and then you could have content packages. I mean, that's kind of like what you're talking about right there, Eleanor, is like a business in a box.
yeah, and you pretty much teach all of this in this course. And I'm like, I'm really amazed at what the price of the course that you're selling it for. Um,
Thanks.
I was like, wow. So, and it's not available today. So let me just tell you this right now.
Right.
I have in my lower thirds. It's not until tomorrow that Lisa has this
Yep.
available, and so it's
Tomorrow,
my
11 o'clock in the morning. Yep.
is that Pacific? Is that
Eastern.
Pacific? Okay.
Eastern time.
Yeah, I can't talk either now. um, but if you go to eleanorloves.com/authority, um, that is where you will find it. And you know what? I wasn't thinking about a bonus or anything like that, but I actually happen to have a developer's license for, and I don't know if you're including themes or anything like that. I didn't even look at that. So anybody who actually purchases Lisa's course off of my affiliate link, which is Eleanor Loves, and Loves is LUVS.com/authority, just send me a message through under the video, or PM me in Google Plus, or tweet at, just whatever, find me. I'll put a way for you to find me. I'll put a way for you to find me on the events page, but I will go in and install a premium theme for you if you like. So that would be my bonus from this. Just remember to remind me where you found me, and go from there. But yeah,
Nice.
my premium themes that I love are Studio Press, so it's only the best.
Actually, the theme that I build all of my authority sites on is a Studio Press theme. It's lifestyle.
Oh, is it the new lifestyle?
It is not. I don't like the new lifestyle. I think that the new lifestyle is just too hard to use. And I don't really like the way it looks. I think it looks too much like everything else that's out there. So I actually use an older version of it. I can't remember what the version is off the top of my head, but I find it a lot easier to navigate and easier to switch the header out and things like that. But we get all into that in the course.
Okay. So, anyways, I should have known you were a Studio Press chick. And matter of fact, I
Yep.
think I did know you were a Studio Press chick because I think I might have actually bought something from you too.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I know for sure I bought the Amazon affiliate plugin from you when you were
Yep.
doing that one. So,
Yep.
it's still on my site showing that I'm an affiliate. So,
Yep.
yeah. Sure, I should have known that
And
you were
that
a food
actually, I probably should mention too, the WordPress Amazon Plus plugin is an upsell in this offer, and it's a really great price.
Oh,
That's
and
all
you
I'm
know
going to say.
what? Actually, if we go to, and let me show you what it looks like because I have it on my site right now and I love it. And it keeps me from having to worry about, not that I follow all the other rules, but I need to get some of my other stuff all taken care of and get my, house in order. But I love it. I have it on my site and I have it in the sidebar. Let me just get it
Yep,
up so you guys can see. And it, to do. Where are you? It totally. It's a WPM associate, right?
oh no, that's a different one.
That's a different one.
That's a different plugin of, yeah.
But that's you, right?
Yeah.
Or okay. All right. Well, I'm still gonna show. Yeah, I know. But I love this plugin. Okay, so
Yep,
anyways, as you can see, it totally makes sure I've got my ducks in a row when it
yep,
comes to Amazon as an Amazon
exactly.
affiliate. But I'm sure the
Because
other plugins,
they were really cracking down hard on that a while ago.
yeah, yes, they are crackers. They like to crack that
Yep.
whip.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, anyways, now that I've multiply, yeah, all over the place, goofy girl. So, anyways, like I said, you can grab this. It's going to be amazing. So let me just kind of recap. You're going to learn how a valuable skill because most people, like I said, don't understand. They know they need to have WordPress, but they don't understand how to do it. And Lisa's
Yep,
going to show you how to do that there. And then you're going to be able to take that new skill that you've learned and put it to work for you so that you can generate an income. And I don't know about you, but there's so many uses that I can do with that $1,000 a month. I'm an
yep,
FBA junkie right now, so
exactly.
that would be like sourcing money or wine or shopping or Dallas's
Yep,
LPS addiction. So
yep,
any of those things.
exactly.
So trust me, you can find all kinds of stuff to do with that. And then have a passive income. And like Lisa said earlier, it doesn't have to just be sites that you sell online. You can go and you can build sites for businesses, and
Yep.
from there. So it's and plus all the amazing bonuses that she offered. So she's got lifestyle in there. I have, like I said, a developer's license. So if you want a different thing, you can still hit me up for that bonus.
Awesome.
So, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if
You're
I was
welcome.
gonna,
Thanks for having me.
all right, great, everybody. Don't forget to make sure that you grab this, and you'll definitely enjoy it. WordPress lovers unite. All
You're gonna love it. Okay. Thanks, Eleanor.
right, have a good day. Bye.
Okay, bye.